This is on the heat, but at the end, something happened that I have not seen before, and I want to thank you all for making me think of you to get out here and tell you about my garden, and I learned something today too. Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and boy, have we been hot. We've been hot for almost a week now, close to 100 degrees every day, and yesterday it was about 110. Today it's almost 110. I just checked the thermometer, and as I walked through the garden, I walked through the front and looked at my regular garden. Everything is doing really good, believe it or not, and now I'm at my chair garden. So far, so good. I can't believe it. With the heat that we've got, I really thought we would have lost a lot. We've lost nothing. I asked Gary how his garden is doing in the yard, and he said I haven't been down there. He said his garden is fine. I have these sun sails I made out of shirts. I've got the video up. This has really helped. I've got a watermelon down here. Gary told me it's ready, so we'll probably get the watermelon soon. The truck bed is still okay. I mean, things do look a little dry. We have like delicata, certain squash, spaghetti squash. They're pretty much done. They're loaded with fruit. So a lot of those plants are starting to turn brown. But all in all, the tomatoes are still growing. I've got peppers taking off and growing. More tomatoes, more squash, more zucchini. Now, in the heat, let's walk over here. This is what the plants do naturally. You don't touch them. See how they're drooping? This is normal. They're drawing the water out, and then come tonight, the leaves will pop up and they'll look fantastic. I don't touch the plants during the day. I come out here every night and I do water in the dark. I water as late as possible, that I want to water, and I water everything at the base. If I felt that any of my containers or any of the ground was bone dry, then I would go ahead and water, but again, you never hit the plants with water during the day when the sun is out, because you will fry them. It will be like cooking them in a pot of boiling water, because it would heat up and the leaves would just wilt. The leaves want to stay dry, so you leave the plant alone, but you can put a hose on the bottom. First, turn on the hose in an area where it's on the dirt itself. It's on the soil, like over there. Because it comes out at over 100 degrees, it can come out at 150 degrees, and you will cook your plants. So you want to first turn on your hose, let the water run, and as soon as you feel to touch that it's cool, go ahead and water if you have to. I don't. I haven't watered anything since this heat wave started at all, except for at night. I go through and I water everything every night, really good. I mean, I'm not sitting there soaking for hours and hours. It probably takes me 30 minutes or a little longer to do the whole thing, the garden here and the garden against the wall down there, and then the front yard, and then my garden, and then the ginger table. Oh, the ginger table looks beautiful. They love the heat. Ginger, turmeric, stevia, but they only get morning sun. They don't get the late afternoon sun. But just wanted to kind of touch base with you. I really haven't done a whole lot of videos because we don't have air conditioning. I have since found out that none of our cars have air conditioning. Yep, no air. We've got to get them fixed. So we don't have air in the cars, but we're not really going anywhere. And we don't have air in the house. Years ago, I had an air conditioner, used it a few times, and after getting a $600 to $800 bill, because electricity is expensive to continue to run. Obviously, the house isn't insulated that good. We were done with that. That was too much to run. That's too high. Our normal bills are about $150-ish. We can have a little lower or a little higher, but $600 to $800 to run the air for the whole house is ridiculous. It just doesn't shut off. It just runs and runs. It's a big unit. So we don't run the air, but don't worry. The dogs have a room, like a bedroom, and there's a doggy door, and they've got their own air conditioner, and they can go in there all they want, and they hang out in there, and they come out to visit us, and then they go back. So they've got air, and any of our pets have air. A couple of our birds, they've got air conditioning in a bedroom. So we've got window air conditioners basically in a couple rooms, but we don't have air. So when I turn on my computer, I can really hear it revving. So I have to work at night. So I figured I'd just wait until we get through the heat wave, and I thought I'd come out here over 100 degrees right now. Here's the problem. I love the heat. And I don't even know it's hot. I feel great. It can be 110 and I'll stand out here and feel great. I don't like the cold at all. But when it comes to the heat, I absolutely love the heat. So I have to really monitor the temperature so I know when it's hot to get the dogs cool and turn on the air conditioner. Gary's the same way. He doesn't mind the heat at all. And then to come out here and check, well, I haven't checked. During the day when it's hot, I work on other things. And then I decided to come out today to show you the chair guard, which is doing fabulous. I absolutely love it. I wish the whole yard was set up like this. It has been the greatest thing. Watermelon, I can't believe in less than a month, that watermelon has grown so fast. And Gary looked at it and said, that little curlicue is brown. I said, I know. Got a watermelon there, and then there's another one over here. Let me see if I can show you there. This one will be ready soon, but this one, the curlicue, can you see it down here? Am I showing you? The curlicue is not quite brown, but that one over there, it is brown. So we'll probably take that one in. Last year I left it, when it turned brown, I left it for an extra 2 weeks. And I don't know if it made a difference or not, but it was sweet like sugar. So I told Gary, I'm in no hurry right now, so let's leave it. It's covered in tulle, so nothing's gonna bother it. And I figured we'll pick it really soon and we'll eat it right off the plant. Gee, cold watermelon sounds good. I don't know. But all in all, I've got really a lot of stuff going on. My peppers here, it's a small plant, but it's starting to flower. And then I should be loaded with tomatoes soon. A lot of small tomatoes. Lots of squash. I have been pulling off all kinds of zucchini out of here. So that has worked out great. So if you haven't started the garden and you're watching me for my hummingbirds, you really need to try this because this has been wonderful. Don't get scared about a few people that, I think 2 people wrote, oh, your totes are going to break to pieces. I have totes in my main garden down there that are over 5 years old now. Get the totes that I've talked about in all my other videos, especially how to buy a tote. Get the totes that flex. When they flex and you keep soil in it, they'll go for years and years and years. They flex, that's all. You want to make sure that they flex because the flex ones will last longer. If you get something that's a really hard plastic, like you tap on it and it sounds really hard and you can't move it, those don't last as long. And any tote that you keep soil in and you water it, whether there's plants there or not, keeps the plastic, let's say, soft, so it doesn't crack. Then that's the main thing. And then you'll have them for years, just years. I mean, these chairs are old too. That chair we figured out, I bought that blue chair back there and that chair is cracked. So I'm hoping it's gonna last. I set it up, it doesn't matter. It was just the seat that was cracked and the base of it looked really good. That chair was bought, oh, when did I buy that chair? I bought it at the grocery store. It was a deal after summer, and I think it was 1991. I'm guessing it was around 1991. So it's been 1990 or 1991, and it's still going strong. These chairs last a long time. Remember, a chair is designed to hold 200 pounds. A table is not. I used to set up on tables, but I quickly changed the chairs. Tables are not designed to hold weight, but chairs are. And I'm really happy with it. The rest of the chairs in here, a lot of them are like 17, 18 years old and they're still going strong. The ones back here that are holding the box, my granddaughter, I have to figure the math out, is 21. And they were bought when she was like a few years old for a birthday party. And then my daughter bought a whole bunch. They used to be like $2, $3 a piece. And then she didn't want them. She just take them all. So I took them all. And the white started to rub off. I've talked about that. And you hit them with paint. I buy the tester paint from Home Depot, and it just rejuvenates them, and you can sit on them. The paint doesn't come off on your clothes or anything, and it makes the plastic of the chairs last longer. You can paint the totes too. I would sand them a little bit if they're, oh my goodness, I didn't see this. Look, can you see this? Oh my goodness. I looked in there yesterday, but I watered from the behind on the back, and I didn't see. I've got another squash. That one plant, I have pulled 1, 2, 3, already 3 or 4 squash out of it. This one, the zucchinis have been so big, picked 2 the other day, and there's loaded more in there. That one's got zucchini starting, and my lettuce is growing. Getting close to transplanting them, and what I might do is move him because I can see that lettuce doesn't like the hot blazing sun of 110. So I'll probably end up, this lifts up. Oh my goodness, it's full of earthworms. So I probably will move the lettuce, or maybe just make sure that they're getting shade. I'll just set that up really good, make sure they're getting shade. I moved the sun sail a little bit. And I moved that a little bit so it would get a little more sun, because the tomatoes don't mind the sun at all. So I hope, I haven't given you anything. Ideas on watering, I don't know, it's more of a, hello, we're still here, we're hot. We're gonna be hot, they're saying now till Friday, possibly longer, and we'll see how long it's hot. We get this high humidity. The other day it was like really dry. And then the dogs, air conditioning, it was amazing. Yesterday I kept having to emptying it because this is the dogs have one that stand in a room with a hose out the window, and that thing kept filling and filling with water. The humidity has been so high. So it's been like high humidity past couple days, but before that it was a really, really dry heat. So that's it. Otherwise, Gary's still working on his ponds. He's been working in his garden, kind of working in different areas, and everything looks great. Everything is great. I have no complaints. I really thought I'd lose a bunch of plants and have to replant. But I think the method of watering, a deep, good watering, soaking into the roots at night, really helps the plants, because then they suck up all that water, and then in the morning they release the water they don't want, especially the big zucchini. And then later, as the sun goes down, it cools down, they draw the water back up that's already in there. This is before I hit them with water. I'll come back out later tonight and the leaves are popped up. They're popped up in the air and everything's fine. And then in the dark, I kind of go through, it's nice, it's cool, and I water. So we're fine. Hope all you are staying cool depending on where you are. And then I know some people on the other side are already in winter. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody. So I was finished with this video, and I had sat down on those trash chairs that somebody gave away behind me and Gary had picked up. And I sat down to look to make sure that my video came out. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw an oriole come down. He landed on the truck bed and came into my chair garden. I didn't know that there were orioles out here. I figured I had to get a bird bath or water fountain in here to bring them in. But because my garden is right over there and I've got a bird bath, and then out the windows, I feed the orioles, I had no idea that they were coming and taking all the hornworms off. If you watched my garden tour, I had found those hornworms, and there were 2, and then I found another one and I threw them down the hill. So either he found them after I threw them down there, because I just threw them down there, or he came on his own. I haven't seen them this far into the garden looking around. So I just want to end this by saying I have to thank those birds, and this is why we don't have to use pesticides. And this could be why I saw traces of hornworms, their droppings, and went through the plants and couldn't find them, because they're actually working for me. So I don't care how much money I put out on sugar. If I can keep those birds here as long as possible and then get those hornworms for me, that is the greatest thing. So I just wanted to end this with that, because I wanted to share that video, how he went through and he looked through the tomato plants. And something I learned today that I didn't realize is I'm putting out these perches now. They're not perches. They turned out to be perches. These are aloe vera flowers that are dried, and see how nice they are and how a bird can grip on them. This gave him the opportunity, because he can't land on a tomato plant. So all this, even the perch down here, I keep calling them perches, the branch down here that I strapped on, I strapped it on with plain old duct tape. It gave him the opportunity to climb around, which now is going to give me more thought of getting more branches not plastic tomato stakes, but branches stuck in between a lot of my tomato plants. Because if you noticed, he never went to the tomato plant behind me. He only looked around at this one. So that one is going to get some more aloe vera branches on it too. So he has the opportunity to move around, and he can freely look for all those hornworms in all different areas. This is a good closing caption for you guys. We learned this together today. Wow! So cool. I'm going to go see if I can find some more aloe vera flowers that are dried up. Have a great day again, and don't forget to eat what you grow. That was cool. That actually made my day.
I guess I'll leave the hornworms on. God, he got another one. Oh my goodness. That's 2 hornworms. This is what you want. This is unbelievable. That's 3. These birds deserve all the money I can put out on sugar. I think I have to put more branches on among my plants. Those branches are the ones I put in.